What up, YouTube? Welcome back to another live stream, you guys. Thank y'all so much for being here. Shout out to everybody in the building, everybody watching, everybody who supports the channel. Thank y'all so much for being here. As you come into the building, hit the like button. Hit the like button, y'all. Make sure y'all are hitting the like button. That is super, super helpful. So make sure you go ahead and hit the like button as you come into the building. All right. If you are new here and you haven't subscribed to the channel, you like the content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is free to subscribe. Also share and like the stream as well. And please do not forget to hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content or go live. All right. So make sure you guys are doing that. We want to make sure that we have just as many likes as we do people in the building. Okay. All right. So make sure you guys are doing that. Shout out to everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. My throat, my voice is a little scratchy, y'all. So please bear with me. Please bear with me. Girl, you know, you know, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, just bear with me with that. Probably like a slight cold or something trying to, come about, but that's all it is. But as you come in, hit the like button, you guys. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to LG. What's going on? I am Alex. What's going on, Alex? J Dub in the building, formerly known as Jeffrey Woodland. All right, Woodland, Jeffrey, changing the name. Key Nile in the building, Lorenzo Redman. Hustle the Great. What's going on, Link Johnson from Santa Monica? What's going on, Link Johnson from Santa Monica in the building? Kevin from Brooklyn. What's up, Kevin? Fourth Dimension, Eric Stiegel, Pharaoh. What's going on, Pharaoh? How you doing, Pharaoh? Jaden Seymour, Future King, DJ Obsession, Hollywood J. What's going on? And Kilo. I think I'm saying that right. Thank y'all so much for being here. Make sure you are hitting the like button as you come into the building, you guys. Happy Tuesday. I hope y'all are doing well and everything is going great for you. So we gonna get into this live stream, you guys. I'm gonna try not to keep y'all too long, but definitely get ready to chime in the chat. If you're also feeling generous and you want to support the channel, you can do that by super chat or cash app. That definitely helps to support the channel as well. And just simply hit the like button. That is free to do. So make sure you guys are doing that. All right. So it's over, child. Fake boss chicks continue to prove how disloyal and selfish they are. Okay. So, y'all see the state of dating and everything else. So, it just continues. It continues to go on and on and on. And a lot of these so-called boss chicks really think that they got it in the bag. They really think that they know what they're doing. They really think that the way that they're going about doing things when it comes to dating and get it together just because they, can make some money or whatever, or if they have a business, they're equating that to being successful when it comes to relationships and everything else. And in my opinion, I don't think that because you're able to make money as a woman, that automatically qualifies you as a successful, as a top tier woman, and also it doesn't qualify you for being the best woman when it comes to relationships and being the best that you can be for a man. So I don't equate financial status to, as being successful financially to being successful when it comes to relationships. I don't equate the two. That's just me. And some may differ in opinion, but that's fine. I respect your opinion. But for me, I don't think that money is the only thing that makes you, good when it comes to relationships. I just having money just means you have money. Just means that you may be able to provide for yourself financially, but it doesn't mean that or if you got a degree, PhD, whatever, that does not give you a PhD when it comes to relationships and how to deal with men and vice versa. I don't think that works for either side. I think women are the ones who want money and want status in a man while still being a boss chick and independent enough to do it for yourself, but you don't want to use your financial leverage to help in a relationship or contribute. You want a rich man and you still want to work and you want to do what you want to do for you and keep your money just in case something happens, while he is responsible for being a traditional man. He has to be, financially, at the top while you can still work and do what you want to do, and you want him to level you up so that you can be independent enough. So if the relationship stales out, then you can go on and float on to the next man, and you can still have a financial leverage, while he can stand to lose a lot of what he has. So that's really what I get out of modern dating and modern society. When it comes to modern women, this is what they want. And they're having a hard time finding it because men realize that this is a trick and it's a game, and they don't want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I see that. And we're going to get more into it. As you come into the building, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, you guys. Make sure you hit the like button. That is definitely helps the channel out. So make sure you're doing that. So we're going to get into the first clip, right? So we're going to get into the first clip, and I definitely want to get y'all thoughts on it. So make sure you chime in the chat. I'm going to be reading some of the chats in a minute because I want to know what you guys think. And also make sure you guys are supporting the channel by super chats or cash apps. All right. So let's get into this first little clip. Now, this is a short one, but let's get into it anyway. Here we go.
Love with a man for 3 years and wake up on a random Sunday.
Hold on. Let me bring that back. Hold on. I don't know if it was all the way from the beginning. Let's bring it back. Here we go.
A woman will be in love with a man for 3 years and wake up on a random Sunday and say that man and mean it. And I love that for us. I love being a woman.
Did y'all catch what she said? Did y'all really catch what she said? And the fun is, women will wake up on a random Sunday and just be done. Wouldn't you think that would explain a lot of the divorces? A lot of the women initiating divorces and leaving the relationships. And then all they come out with is, oh, he was a narcissist. Oh, narcissist. He was controlling. He was this, he was that. But when you have women, now she's telling the truth, by the way, because this is how a lot of women think. A lot of women just have this feeling, this inkling. You know what I mean? They get a whiff of something up their butts, and all of a sudden, oh, I don't feel like I want to be in this relationship no more. It could be you could not be doing anything wrong, right? And the tip of the iceberg would be if y'all got into an argument, or one little thing just was the tipping point for you, and you just decided, oh, I'm out, because I had this feeling the whole time that he was this, he was that, when a lot of the times it's not. This is why I say it's not always the men. And let me be clear, because there are a lot of people who like to say, oh, well, you're just caping for the men. You're a pick me and all of this. And and you act like these men don't do. No, let's make it clear. I make it clear a lot of the times that this goes both ways. There are a lot of men out here who don't know how to be in relationships, who don't take women seriously, who have come across good women and messed over those relationships. They've acknowledged it on this channel. So there are men. I'm saying nobody is perfect. Let's make that clear. I'm saying nobody is perfect, men or women. But what we see is a majority of the women complain about men as if they don't have any flaws, and as if they are perfect. And that's the part where I'm focusing on, where because these women seem to have this false delusional narrative of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know yourself. You don't see yourself. Or maybe you do know yourself, but you don't want to acknowledge what you really are. But you want to come across as if you're so perfect and that you're just the best thing ever, and since sliced bread, like you, because you got a degree and you pay your rent, child. And that's the problem. We see far too many women out here speaking on men as if they have no flaws, if they've done no wrong. And then when we get to the root of the situation, you realize, damn, girl, you the problem. You the problem. And based on what this woman is saying, and just what a lot of other women say, it's a true statement. Women will just get tired. We listen to Tia Mowry, which I'm so tired of hearing and seeing, talking about, just, celebration and this graduation, and I'm on my journey. I'm so sick of hearing journey and celebration and graduation. And what I want for me is a selfish mentality. And I really think there are a lot of women who are unloyal and very selfish. A lot of these women are all about themselves. And to be honest with you, I think that's just the nature of most women. We all have the tendency to be selfish and self-absorbed and only think about our interests and not think about the other part, when a lot of men aren't selfish. Let's be clear. I'm not saying every man is perfect. There are a lot of men who do things for the whole thing. You know, men who do things for the relationship, for the family. But the women tend to think only about themselves. And that's why I think that that's a problem, because women have been told that they're the prize, that they're everything in 10 slices of bread because they have a vagina, and that because they're a woman, that they can have more freedoms to do whatever it is that they want. And I think women have been lied to, and they've been stuck in that place and they don't know how to come out of it. But the fact that now men are woke to this, and men are moving differently, it's these women don't know what to do with themselves. So they're stuck, and they're stuck in this perpetual state of, I'm the prize, I'm the woman, I will not settle. That's why they will never settle. And that's why they will always be by themselves, even at 60 to the end. Because it's ingrained in a lot of women's heads that that's just the way it's supposed to be. No matter how many you could beat them in the head with be accountable, be accountable, be accountable, knock them upside the head 1,000 times with being accountable, and they just won't get it, because it's something that's been indoctrinated into their minds to make them think and believe and feel that this is just the nature of women and this is the way it's supposed to be. While, let's not forget, while still trying to push all of these unrealistic standards, in my opinion, towards men. And when I say unrealistic standards, I'm not talking about basic standard things that you should do as an adult, because that to me is what matters. The basic things that will benefit you and maybe benefit a family, you know, having a good job, making decent money, being able to provide and protect your family, providing a stable roof over you and your potential family's head. Those are the basic necessities, you know, being able to take care of your kids and protect them and put them in a decent environment so that they're safe. To me, that is the responsibility of a father, a mother, you know, that's what and parents, that's what you're supposed to do. If you're going to bring kids here, you have to be able to take care of them, and you have to be able to protect them. And if you want a wife, you have to be able to protect them. That's your job as a man. All of this other stuff, all this unrealistic stuff, to me, that's extra. That shouldn't be a requirement off top that you look for in a man to provide for you. This lifestyle that you've dreamt of, that you've conjured up in your brain, and you go out here and thinking that this is what a man is supposed to be, and this is what he's supposed to provide, while at the same time, you don't have any responsibilities as the wife or the woman in this situation. You're just absolved of any responsibility, and everything has to go on the man. That's just a no. That is not going to happen. This is where these women say, oh, I would never go 50-50 because I'm your roommate. But if you want to build a life with a person, then you have to be ready and willing to contribute to the relationship in any way possible. And even if you met a man who paid all of the bills, right, and you're able to be at home and you have kids, you have to be responsible for that household and the kids. But trust me, they don't even want to do that. You don't even want to be at home with the kids. You don't even want to clean the house. You don't want to cook. You don't do any of the things that would be your part of the responsibility in the household. But you still want traditional men to be responsible for the upkeep of the house. You want him to get a nanny for the kids. You want him to take you on trips, let you go on trips with your girlfriends. You're looking for something that is not realistic. And this is the problem with today's dating, in my opinion. And this is what somebody has told them, girls, this is what y'all supposed to be expecting from these men, baby. And you should not settle for anything less. And y'all end up settling for nothing at all. Because what you're asking for, these men aren't stupid. It's unrealistic. And I'll say it 1,000 times. It's just a delusional mind state at the end. But guess what? They're figuring out that it's not realistic because they're not going to get it. And the only way they might get a little inkling of that if they're going out here and selling their bodies, child. If you doing that, if you trading your body for a bag, then that's the only way you're going to get it. And I don't care how beautiful you are, how unattractive you are. I don't care if you out here asking for a man to pay for all your meals, pay for your rent, pay for your bills, pay for you. You with the hopes of him getting something from you. You're selling your body for you're on the low. I'm just saying. Now, if you think you want to get some bags and some things from a man of means, a man who has a lot of money, well, then that's how you gonna get it, because he ain't taking you seriously. That man don't want no woman to bring home to his family and his colleagues and all that with 400 pounds. And let's not get into that, Lord. Who, looking a hot mess thinking that she the prize. No, he's not going to keep you somewhere off in a distance, hidden from society, while he clap the cheeks, because that might be the best thing about you. Might. And he get that, give you a few dollars or give you a bag or give you some shoes, and you go off thinking you're the best thing ever, and that's all you're going to get. Hate to say it, but it's the truth. Pharaoh says PhD is ratchet. How do I say that? Ratchet Aseri. Degenerate American black women, heifers ain't worth ish. That's why Pookie reacts like R. Kelly in the Gayle King interview or Ike Turner. Oh my God, Pharaoh, Lord. Stop going in like Jesus, Lord. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, Pharaoh. Oh my goodness. Will Allen says every man wants a woman he can brag on, D. Right. Thank you so much for the super chat, Will. I appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, you don't want, you want to be able to have something, a woman that is has some character and some value, and and knows how to carry herself and knows how to act when she goes somewhere. You don't want somebody going out with an attitude everywhere, just acting a hot mess, got a problem with everything like that. Nobody, I don't think men want that. I wouldn't even want to hang around people like that. And I'm not trying to sound like I'm not, it's not about me. I'm not trying to sound like I'm better than people. No, because listen, I know some what you would call ratchet ghetto people, and they're the best people to be around, some of them. And they're funny as hell. So there are people who are just fun and know how to have a good time, but I'm not talking about them. And they come from all walks of life. It's not about that. It's just like there's a certain attitude that you see that these modern women, the ratchet modern ones have, that it's just a turn off. You know what I mean? Like really getting loud, like they want to fight the waitress and stuff like that. That's the ghetto mess I'm talking about. Like nobody wants that. And you don't want nobody walking around just looking a hot mess and just big as ever, and and attitude, and because that's the way they're gonna treat you. That's how they're gonna treat you. So that's what I'm saying when it comes to that. Nobody wants that. Just looking bad attitude, just bad all the way around. Nobody really wants that. You don't know how to act in certain environments. And a lot of these women want to act like they're so, bougie and like they're so high class and all this. And a lot of times they're just faking and lying. No, you're not. That be the ones in them videos eating them crab legs and all that big seafood. I first off can't see how you could eat all that. You know what I mean? Now, I like food. But my God, how do you eat all that by yourself in one setting? Like just sit there and just be choking them potatoes down, some of it, and maybe bring the rest home and eat it later. They just be eating. And like I said, that's all they want to do. You don't want to go walk. You don't want to do nothing. All you want to do is eat. That's what these food dates about. They're so mad because these men not taking them to these restaurants like that. So they panicking like, what we gonna eat? They don't know what they're going to eat because the men not taking y'all to the restaurants anymore. They're not taking y'all to where y'all really want to go. So they panicking like they don't have no food. So it's like, child, I don't know what y'all going to do, baby, because that's what you get for having men in your phone as food, and you depend on that. And then when these men say, oh, hell no, I'm done, y'all, you're starving, you're hungry, but you don't know what to do with yourself, baby. So y'all going to have to figure it out. I'm just saying, you're going to have to figure it out. But this idea, back to this, that a lot of these women, what she said, will wake up on a random Sunday, a random day, right? And just be like, I'm done with this relationship. Either they'll use the Lord, or the Lord spoke to me and told me, this is not your husband. How many times have we heard that? I've heard it several. Oh, the Lord just told me that is not my husband. Woman had a good man, said the man treated her good, took care of everything, was a good dude, but the Lord spoke to her and told her one random Sunday that is not your husband. And what did she do? She gets her ratchet up and proceeds to leave this man with no real reason in sight as to why she's leaving. And then when they get out in these streets and realize there's nothing out there for them and they just become for the streets, then guess what you hear? Complaining. Well, the good man that. Well, the good man that. Why I can't find my person? Why this? Why that? Why this? There ain't nothing out here. It's pee in the pool. It's this. It's that. These ninjas ain't ish. They're all this. But all the while, you act like you didn't just say you had a good man. You had a good man, but the Lord told you he ain't for you. So if the Lord told you he's not for you, don't you think he should tell you who is for you? Because you're going to run into a lot of issues. And when you do, why don't you ask the Lord, where is your man? Because the Lord told you he wasn't it, even though there was no problems with him. So why don't the Lord ever tell them who their exact man is? You never see that happening. You never see it happening. You never see that happening. That gets lost, you know. That gets lost. But this is the nature of a lot of women, and you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised how many women move in that way, and they really believe that this is what it is. And then when they're out here in the streets by themselves, 40 and 50, 60 years old, they realize that you was that voice speaking to you because you was tired of being in a situation that seemed stable. And it's sad, but it's the truth. A lot of these women don't know how to be in stable relationships. It's because they've been taught and they've been conditioned to be by themselves. So they're so used to either seeing toxic relationships or being in toxic relationships, so they don't know a good relationship when they don't know how to act when they have a good situation. So it becomes one of those situations where it's too good to be true. Where you have somebody that's good and seems stable, and this could actually work, and you can actually get somewhere. They become confused and worried and discombobulated. Like they don't know what to do. Oh, this is too good to be true. So I got to sabotage it. And there are people who don't feel comfortable in stable relationships. They really don't. And they do things on purpose to sabotage it because they're afraid of something that's successful. They're afraid of something that looks good because it's uncomfortable. It's something they've never seen and they don't know what to do. And there are people who sabotage good relationships because of their own insecurities. This is why I say too, when you hear women talking about men and they're insecure and you always say that just remember, it's them projecting their own insecurities onto you. It's the things that they fear. And there are a lot of, and I will say men and women, this is a general thing for men and women who are afraid of relationships, are afraid of healthy, stable relationships because they don't know if it's real. This is why you hear a lot of women say, oh, I need to work and keep my money just in case something happens, just in case he leave me. I had somebody tell me, well, you don't know what's going on. What if your husband leave you? Okay. What you think I'm supposed to fall apart? Which I know my husband and we're in this together, but I understand the nature of a lot of people. I've had women tell me several times, oh, well, you don't know if your husband leave you, then what? Well, then what? So I do understand that there are a lot of people in general who are fearful of healthy relationships or even trying to get in a relationship because they're afraid of what could happen. And that's a normal thing. I understand that. But when you have people who are already in relationships, especially women or men in relationships with the opposite person, and the relationship is going good, there is this level of fear in their thinking that will cause them to walk away from something that's good, thinking that what they might do and what they could do. And when you're dealing with a person who thinks like that, they're going to sabotage the relationship. They're going to sabotage. They're going to find some kind of way. They're going to do something that's going to create the narrative of the way they are thinking. You know, you ever heard that saying? I think it's from the Bible. So as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you continue to think a certain way, you create that scenario. You create that environment. If you constantly believe in, and that's what manifesting does come in. And then I agree that manifesting is something that's real, but I think a lot of people use it in the wrong way, or believe something is going to happen without doing anything. So, because to me, anything that you want to manifest, you have to do something. Just like, they say faith without works is dead. You can have all the faith in the world, but if you don't do anything, if you don't put it to action, then in my opinion, I don't think nothing's going to come of it. So there are still things that you have to do. Even when manifesting something, you still have to, there's an action that comes with it. You still have to do something to create that environment. So I think when you constantly believe something is going to happen, you create that narrative. You do something to push the person and then get a reaction out of them to then say, see, I told you he was this. Women like to say all men are abusers and they're this and they'll do this, even if you don't know, oh, he looked like he's an abuser. No, that's what you think. Either you've been in an abusive relationship, or that's just what you think based off of what you've heard. Because it's not always off of actual experience. A lot of times it's off of what you've heard somebody else say, or somebody you knew been through this, been that. So you start to believe that that's going to be the narrative for you. So you create that with somebody who never was an abuser, never did anything like that, but you push and push and push the person. And then if they react, then that's your sign from God that, see, he is an abuser. That's what I said. They're all the same. And then you leave a situation without even seeing it through and working it out and understanding what it really is to get to the other side. And then that's why you continue to be. This is why there's a lot of factors that play into why a lot of women leave otherwise good men, because of their own insecurities and their own negative thoughts of what men and who men are. And because they don't have a lot of good experiences to go off of, the majority of the experiences they had and the things that they were told were all negative, coming from family members, coming from mothers, your grandmas, all of this. They've given you this set of rules that really shouldn't apply to you, but you use them and you mentally collect those and store them and believe that this is what all men are about. So you go into the dating pool thinking that way, and you're skeptical about all men. So when you come across a man that is not what you think he is, you're still skeptical. You're skeptical. You're still not sure. And any little thing that comes up, oh, see, red flags, I gotta go. And not realizing that you're not going to have as many opportunities. You're not going to have as many opportunities to meet somebody and build a family and a relationship with. So I think a lot of what people do when it comes to relationships is based on fear. It's definitely based on fear and the things that they've been told and their feelings when it comes to women. So that's part of it. And the funny thing about it, women laugh about this. Oh, we just could wake up and just, be done with a dude. Even if he's giving you no reason for you to be done, you just want to be done. And you can go on and keep doing that and thinking that that's going to benefit you in the long run. And in my opinion, it's not. So this is why I say women need a lot of work. There's a lot that a lot of these women need to work on and to get some better advice, some better training, remove some of that old toxic mentality from their brains and start to think differently. Now, and understand what a relationship should be based on and what it takes to build a healthy, stable relationship. Now, I'm not saying you got to go out here and give every man a chance. I'm not saying every man is worth a chance with you, because there are some crazy ninjas out here too. So we know that. That's all they talk about. But so you got to be cautious out here in these dating streets. You definitely got to be cautious, because everybody doesn't have good intentions. Let's make that clear, women and men. But when you come across the guys who do, and just because maybe they don't make $1 million and they're not 6 feet tall, but they have all of the other redeeming qualities that would benefit and work well in a relationship. You got to stop passing those guys up, because you're not going to come across them too often. They're going to end up getting with somebody else. So yeah, I think the nature of a lot of women is part of it is just, look, we're women. Like I said before, women are going to be emotional. That's just a part of who we are. There's ways to reel it in and ways to know that you're emotional and that your emotions shouldn't play a role on everything that you do. You have to learn how to work within yourself as a woman with emotions. But this is where your husband's supposed to come in, because women are the emotional ones. Men are the logical ones. So you have your man that's logical and you're emotional. Y'all can balance that out. You can't have two emotional people. You can't have two people that's so logical. Y'all gonna bump heads. So that's what the balance is. You know what I'm saying? But as the emotional woman, you got to understand, when you think and do things with your emotions, you got to reel that back. This is where your husband need to be, hold on. He need to make certain decisions, because you're going to do it and mess it up based on your feelings and your emotions. So this is where you got to have that strong masculine man who is making certain decisions that he knows you may not be capable of. And then there's certain things that women are capable of that men aren't. Or shall I say, because we're all capable of anything, but maybe I'll rephrase that and say better at. There are certain things that men are better at, and there's certain things that women are better at. But you use those strengths and weaknesses. We all have strengths, we all have weaknesses, and you work together. That's the whole point. And I think a lot of these women are out here thinking that because they got a job and they can, work and they can make some money, that they can do it all by themselves. And they are starting to see that it's complicated to do. Now, you can do it and go out here and survive. Of course, you can go to work, pay your bills, do what you got to do, but it's complicated and it's difficult. And this is why they're complaining, because you're trying to do all of it by yourself. And I don't think that we were meant to do it all by ourselves. I'm just saying. I personally don't think that we were meant to do it all by ourselves. That's the whole point of you know what I'm saying? We need each other. That's just how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? We need each other. And going out here every darn day, keep constantly saying, I don't need no man. These dusters ain't worth my time. I can do it by myself. Okay, you think that, and then you have women out here saying, "Oh well, I'm so tired of doing it by myself. The feminist movement done tricked us." There are some women who actually come out and say, "Oh, that movement tricked them into this independent lifestyle." Well, you know what? If you can say that, then you need to realize that that's something you need to stop doing. And it's really not a flex. It's not a flex. And then a lot of these women know that they're struggling to do it by themselves. And this is where they try to finesse men. And this is why men are wiser now, and men are woke to the foolishness. And they're saying, nah, we're not going to do it because we know your games, which is going to take me to this next clip, which y'all listen, I think this is ridiculous. And I don't think anybody should do this, but this is what's happening in these streets. And I'm going to play this clip in a second, and I want to get y'all thoughts on it. Paul Harrison, what's going on? Coming through with the $100 super chat. Thank you so much once again, Paul. I appreciate you, sir. Says, hey, DeeDee, one of the tools that a no good female will use is the most dangerous lie ever told. They'll say, the Lord spoke to me and said respectfully, the Lord ain't told you ish. It's your pride talking. Yeah, straight up. And it's very rude. I don't know what else. There's other words I could use, but it's very in poor taste to use God, and they do it a lot. You don't be thinking about God when you're out here sleeping with Pookie and Ray Ray. You don't be thinking about God when you're stealing. You don't be thinking about God when you're doing all the other ratchet stuff that you do. But God is speaking to you like that and telling you, well, if God is speaking to you and told you that, why he don't speak to you when you out here about to do the wrong things? Why he don't speak to you and stop you from making all these foolish? Where was he when you was out here making these babies and sleeping with reckless and raw with Pookie and Ray Ray and making all these babies with different dudes? How y'all got 3, 4, 5 baby daddies and God ain't never spoke to you and told you stop with the first one, or before you decide to do the first one? Why the Lord ain't tell you This is not part of my commandments. This is not what I'm instructed you to do. Where is the Lord when y'all doing all the things that goes against what the Lord says? It's hypocritical. You know what I'm saying? Where was the Lord when you was making all these dumb decisions and you was young and dumb? Where was the Lord then? And even it ain't just young and dumb. It's old and dumb now because they get older and they still making the same horrible choices. So why the Lord don't ever speak to y'all to prevent y'all from doing these horrific things that is not really good for you or benefits you in no way? That if you were talking about God in the Bible, the Bible says you shouldn't be out here fornicating and committing adultery and all these things. Didn't he say you're supposed to be married? You're supposed to marry before you even have a baby and do all this? So why doesn't God speak to y'all when y'all about to go against his holy commandments? Why do he always speak to you when it's something that you want to do? But when it's something you want to do, when it's negative, you want to leave, a man that's otherwise good to you. The Lord told you, but the Lord ain't speak to you to stop you from doing all the negative stuff that you've been doing. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And I hear a lot of people like to bring God and God will not do this and steer you wrong, and God would do this and God. Well, why? Okay, so you wasn't talking to God when did God speak to you and tell you that you ignored him then? You didn't listen to God then. So why are you listening now? It's a hot mess. Thank you once again, Paul, for the super chat. I appreciate you. Yeah, and they telling themselves that. It ain't the Lord that's speaking to them. They telling themselves that. That's your thinking. That's your thinking of what you want to do because you tired of something. Anytime you want to do something that's, just random or outside of the scope of God or whoever, you don't care. You do it has to be something that you want to do. If you don't want to do it, it just come up with all kind of excuses, in my opinion. All kind of excuses to justify your wrongdoing. You need a justification. Either somebody else got to co-sign your behavior. Now you use God. God told you to do this. It's a bunch of BS. It really is. It really is. But, once again, I always say, listen, these are grown people. People can do what they want. I'm not here to try to change anybody or, and tell you what or what not to do. My only thing is this. When you make certain choices, just know that there are consequences associated. Because apparently a lot of these women don't realize that. Apparently their education and the degree in colleges didn't tell them, hey, if you go out here and you make babies with several different guys, that's not going to be a benefit to you when you decide you want to settle down. That most men don't want to raise another man's child. You got to stop thinking about the olden days. Like they always like to tell us, oh, we're not in the olden days. We ain't our grandmas and this who just sit and stay in abusive relationships. They act like everybody was in an abusive relationship. They act like everybody they know was in a horrible marriage. So you take the worst of the situations and claim that for your life. But you follow certain negative stereotypes that don't benefit you, but you think that you're supposed to get great results out of that. It's mind-blowing to me. It's mind-blowing that you think that you can do whatever you want and get certain outcomes and still think that you should be at the top tier, standing on deck, expecting and believing and manifesting that the man of your dreams, that you deserve him. And you didn't realize the man of your dreams until you got 40 years old, till you're old and with 5 children later and overweight, and you're not even at and this man of your dreams. You got to understand, this is why I say a lot of these educated women are not so educated when it comes to relationships. And it's not a slight to them. It's just the truth. Your education does not prepare you for relationships. It just does not. And they really been sold a bunch of BS, and they drank the Kool-Aid and really believe that no matter what state of, what walk of life you come from, no matter what state of life you're in, no matter how big you are, no matter how ratchet you are, no matter how ghetto you are, child, no matter how disturbed you are, no matter how delusional you are, no matter how just downright just lost in the sauce you are, it doesn't matter. You still should expect and you deserve the top tier man who should come in and accept you as you are without having any expectations whatsoever from you. Oh, you're a queen. Oh, you're 500 pounds. Oh, you just want to, you're a boss chick. You don't want to pay no bill. You won't do nothing. He's supposed to come in and be your knight in shining armor to a big, oversized, ratchet, independent boss chick. Don't need you, but want you for the streets type woman, 304 wearing a Magic City uniform. He's supposed to come in and be like, it don't matter to me. Like he desperate and like he's supposed to settle. Like he doesn't have options. Like you the last woman standing or something. This is how they act. You act like this man doesn't have options. I think I read somewhere there was like a survey or article or something saying how men who are, or somebody said it, that the men who make a certain amount of money, they don't settle down. They're talking about men who don't settle down and men who don't get married. And it's majority of the men who make over a certain amount of money, they don't tend to get married. But I mean, isn't that what Kevin Samuels was saying? These men have options. So they're going to utilize their options, but they're trying to shame these men now to settle down with them and their three babies and three baby daddies. So I don't know what's going to have to happen for women to really understand what's the positions they put themselves in. And it's not anybody else's problem. It's your problem because the men don't want to take on those problems. And you got to understand that is not just any small feat. It's a lot. Children cost a lot. Things cost a lot. It is expensive to live in this world. So these men don't want to have to add on all of this extra responsibility. And on top of that, they got to deal with a combative woman who's telling you she don't need you, but she might want you because she wants you to come in and take care of her kids and help and pay all the bills, even though she has a job, but she wants to keep her money and save it and stack it for whatever, for a rainy day. So when she wake up one Sunday morning and feel like I'm tired of this, and she walks out, well, she's saved all her money. And now you've created a relationship with these kids, a bond with her, and thought this was going good. And she won't give you any indication or any signs because somehow it's empowerment for women to jump up and break up their families and break up their relationships because they felt like it, not understanding the stipulations that come with that. And they have no care about your feelings. They don't care how you feel. They don't care what you think. It's all about the queen. That's a problem to me. But I'm going to show you this other clip that I thought was interesting. And I found this literally today. And I thought it would work, right with this because this is what we see a lot. And it's really sad in my opinion. But check this out. Here we go. It's going to be low in the beginning, but it'll get louder. Here we go. So, and I'm hoping this is a skit because there'll be a lot of skits out here. But it says for 5 years, he paid all the bills while she saved her money and did this. Child, listen, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. This women have been doing these types of things. Women would get money from their man, lie about, they would lie and say, oh, they had certain things to pay or certain things they needed the money for, get the money from the man, and they're lying. They already have the money. They just keep their money and they want his. This is a game women have been playing. This is not a new thing. It's really not a new thing. This has been a game. It's just now social media is exposing it. They've exposed themselves and they're out here, exposing their nature, and men are getting it. This is why men don't really want to deal with these women out here, these modern women, because it's just a hot mess. They're only thinking of themselves. They have dealt with guys who didn't, treat them right, and they gave them all of their time. And now it's almost as if they're on a mission. And once, let me make this clear, this is not for all women don't move this way, baby, but there are a lot of them that do. So the ones that do, it's like they're on a mission to get their lick back. Like for the pookie that messed them over and did them dirty, now they turned cold, they turned bitter, and now they're out here trying to use men to establish themselves. So this is where you have a lot of women who are like, hey, I don't want to pay no bills. It's not the fact that they don't want to pay bills, because they know that by themselves they have to pay 100% of the bills. So this is where this is going to make sense. By yourself, you got to pay 100% of the bills, right? So they don't mind doing that because they got to live there. They got it, that's theirs. But when you add a man on, in their mind, and like, oh, okay, so we gonna be together. They're not thinking about the relationship aspect of it and working together and all the stuff I'm talking about. They're thinking about how they're gonna leverage this man. How does this gonna benefit them? Women already spend way more money than men, right? We spend collectively billions of dollars on hair, makeup, clothes, everything. We're spenders. So women are already out here overspending, right? So you spend up your money and you got to pay bills and you got kids to take care of. They're adding up that cost. So it's like, okay, I want a man now, because if I can get him to come in and get on my program and do what I want him to do, it's going to benefit me. So what they do is, this is where I don't need you to pay. I don't want to pay 50-50, because they know I still got to pay something. Either they're trying to catch up on them credit card debt, pay these bills off, and they want to use your money to do it. So or stack their money, or both. So either they're going to pay off their bills because they don't want to pay bills while you pay everything. Then they get to the point, because they're going to keep working. They don't want to be housewives for real, because they don't trust doing that. As much as women want to say, I want to be a kept woman and I want to be at home and I don't want to have to do anything, that's going to be boring. Because if you want to be the regular stay-at-home wife where you at home with kids, take care of kids all day, they ain't going to want to do that. They don't want to be the kind of housewife I was, where it was no trips and it wasn't no being outside. Of course, I didn't want to be outside, but still, wasn't no outside. No, it's being at home with kids you taking care of when they get sick, they're throwing up. You got to take care of the house. No, they don't want to do that. You don't really want to be a real housewife, because the real housewife, you at home, really at home, taking care of the household and the kids. You ain't really doing all this other outside stuff. So they don't want to do that. They want to be just a kept woman. You want to be at home while this man is at work, and you want to just have girls trips, that kind of stay at home. You don't want to really be a stay at home wife. You just want to be a kept woman where he don't care about you taking trips. He don't care about you spending money. You want a black card or whatever kind of card to just have with unlimited amount on it, so you can just spend on whatever you want and you don't have to worry about it. But you don't want to cook, right? If he can allow you to be at home and just spend money, go on girls trips, do all that, then he can hire a nanny, he can hire a chef, he can hire a maid. So you don't have to do anything. You can just sit at home, prop your feet up, and just be this kept woman and do whatever it is you want. In an ideal world, this is what a lot of these women want, and that's just unrealistic. That's unrealistic. That's the majority of us ain't living like that. So why would a man with that kind of means want you? You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of these women would love something like that, but a lot of them don't even qualify. You don't even look. This man gonna want a certain looking type of woman. He's gonna want a fit woman. He's gonna want a really gorgeous woman. I can't. Somebody that he's really attracted to. He don't want no 300-400 pound woman sitting there talking about I'm big bone, sitting on his couch, getting ready to get all his money. No, he don't want that. He wants something for all that he's willing to put out. Rightfully so. So this is the dilemma that they're running into, and they're realizing that every woman is not a 10. Every woman does not qualify for that type of position in a man's life because you're not what he wants. You have to be what he wants. And it's so mind-boggling to me how you hear women say women really think they control everything, and you really don't. You really think that, oh, when I get ready to get married, I'm going to find my king and we're going to do it and this going to go like this and that and that and that. And you're so far from the truth and reality. It doesn't work like that. He has to want you. He has to see worth in you. He has to want to marry you. Yeah, I mean, people say, well, if he want to marry me, I still have the power to say yes or no. Yes, you do. But first off, he got to ask you first. You got to come across a man who want to do that. For you to even have the option to say yes or no, he has to want and be willing to do that. So this is why you see here, women, I'm single by choice. No. And this is where that, single by choices come in. You're single by the choices that you made because nobody is checking for you based on the choices that you've made in life. They don't want you. They're not checking for you. And that's just what it is. And it's not a mean thing. It's just the reality of a world that we live in. And it's not a slight in this. And I don't hate women. I don't hate anybody. It's just the truth. And it's a hard pill to swallow for a lot of women because women have been coddled. I think men get things a little bit easier and they understand because they have not been coddled. Men have not been given anything. They got to work for whatever it is that they have. They don't have the government and all these people really helping them in droves and supporting them the way women have been supported. So women have this coddled mindset and this idea that, oh, they can have whatever it is they want when they want because that's the way society has created them and made them to be. Then when reality sets in, this is why I can understand why a lot of women like to live in this delusional state because it's easier. I said it before. It's easier to live in a delusional world than to actually face reality because reality is not going to be what you want. But just because you don't want it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. And so it's like a slap in the face to a lot of these women because it's like, well, dang, I got to do this now. Why I got to do all this? Why I got to do all that? I just want what I want. I won't. No, because the government and all this stuff has set these women up, women on government assistance. And I'm not knocking government assistance. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, during COVID, everybody was getting government assistance. Okay. Let's just be honest. People couldn't go to work. Everybody was getting some type of assistance. Okay. So I'm not knocking it or anything like that. But what I'm saying is people who live on it and just don't, and that's all they know, or they become spoiled. They really think that somebody owes them something and that they deserve something. This is how you had that lady on the news with how many 20 children? I don't know how many they had 20 children. So somebody is going to be responsible for them, and somebody needs to be held accountable. Y'all remember that video? That lady was on the news living in a hotel with a husband, child. He's just sitting there looking stupid. I'm sorry. But he's one of the children's father. Now they got other fathers. And she's sitting there saying, somebody need to be held accountable. And I'm looking like, baby, you and the fathers of those children are the ones who need to be held accountable. Ain't nobody else's responsibility, but that's because they've been coddled. They've been made to believe that somebody is supposed to help them at every angle. Men don't get that. Men don't get the support and help like women do. So when you talk about getting it out the mud, they got to get it out the mud. They got to find it somewhere. And this is why I don't understand too, why women think, oh, it's easier for men. No, it's not. They really think that, They talk about, oh, I'm taking care of myself. No, you're not. When you have the government assistance helping you at every angle, you can get free housing or help with rent. You get food subsidies. You can get things like that. Well, you know, and you know, well, they could at one, you know, they could, but most men, even if men get it, they don't get as much as women do because it's just them. So that's the issue, and I think that's the problem, and I think this is why a lot of these women feel entitled. No matter how big or how small the subsidies or help is, it's still that it makes them entitled because they think and believe that somebody is supposed to help them. All these women becoming single mothers, young girls becoming single mothers because they know that they can go somewhere and get some help. They can get free health care. You can get free food. You can get free milk for the babies. You can get free this. You can get somebody that's willing to help you because you're a single mother. Free housing because you're a single mother. It's almost as if you're getting rewarded for your poor decision-making skills. But a man go out here and make a baby, and the man, oh, well, grow up, and you need to do this, and you need to do that, you need to take care of this. How are you going to put all that on a man when you can't even take care of your responsibilities? Well, you got to immediately go get assistance and help for your baby because you don't have money to take care of that child. You don't have the resources to take care of that child. You need assistance. So why wouldn't you think the man would need assistance? Why does he have to become this super ninja and you could just sit back and be whatever and get all this help and feel like you're special? This is why they don't see a problem with becoming single mothers, becoming a statistic, and they understand, they don't see why y'all looking at them saying, hell no, I want to take on that responsibility because they've had help. And when the help runs out, look when COVID happened. All the rent, what was it called? The rent subsidies, whatever people were getting. But they couldn't go to work. So they couldn't, they couldn't pay their rent, and they set up something where they could stay in their rental properties for free for all those months. As soon as that ended, they was on the news complaining, talking about, well, what we gonna do? Well, that ain't nobody's fault. They're not supposed to pay your rent in perpetuity. That's your responsibility. So you got to get back to work, get back to figuring it out. It's like you help, and then they get stuck on that, and then it's like, oh, they assume and believe that you're supposed to continuously do it over and over and over because you did it once. No, this is why you can't help everybody. And they don't think about the fact that, hey, these landlords, they have bills to pay too, honey. A lot of these people don't own their properties. I mean, they own it, but they got to pay a mortgage. They got to pay too. So you got to pay so they can pay. If you can't pay, you got to go, and they got to get somebody in that can pay. They don't think about the whole picture. You only think about what affects you, what it is you want, and that's just it. You're not thinking about everything else. Because you have women out here to this day complaining about rent. And I understand rent prices are going up. All this stuff is going up. Everything is becoming more and more expensive, but these people really looking for somebody to just come and bail them out and help them. And you constantly keep adding to the pot, making more children, not having stable fathers in the children's lives, not thinking responsibly, but you want somebody to just keep bailing. But it's a problem. And I think it's one that the government and many others have created in the mind. This is why the mindset is like that. It's just my opinion, and from based on what I've seen. This is why you have people who get stuck in government housing and government assistance, and they never get out because it's what they have. They don't know any other way. They don't know any other way. Without it, they don't know what they're gonna do. So it's a mindset. It really is. And until that changes, they're gonna still think like that. They're gonna still be entitled. They're gonna still want y'all. That's why they want men to come in. You talk about men and say men are trash and they're this and they're that, but you still depend on the man to feed you, to clothe you, to get your money and do all these other things. So even you if you don't have the men on your side, even look, OnlyFans is failing. OnlyFans is failing, right? You can't even you can't even get them to pay for the sex work. So if men are waking up and saying, you know what, I'm tired of doing this, I'm not gonna pay for this anymore, then that's why they're struggling. Is it Liddell Jefferson? Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Says spit it, D. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Look at this, which I thought this was crazy. It says OnlyFans model arrested for blackmail after she threatened a married subscriber to send her more money or she would snitch to his wife, right? I felt, this is the man, what he said. He said, I felt I had no choice but to pay the money. I felt trapped. So this woman here tried to blackmail this guy who was subscribed to her OnlyFans account because, you know, she needed the money. What's the other reason? She needed the money. And that's the only way she could get it. And I'm gonna try to read it. It says, this is a OnlyFans model found herself in some legal trouble after she was caught blackmailing one of her subscribers. According to the New York Post, a British OnlyFans model was convicted of blackmailing one of her customers by making him send extra money to her account. And if he didn't, she threatened to expose his OnlyFans habit to his wife. That's crazy. And they're getting desperate. They're getting desperate because, you know, we said it before, these models, they call them models, these, you know, sex workers are out here struggling. They're not making the money they were making before because now men are pulling back. There's not as many men who are on these sites like they used to be. There are not as many men out here supporting this. So you know, it's one of these things where you're like, these broads aren't too smart. You go to college and get you a bachelor's degree and you think you the smartest person alive. But they're not that smart, because you would think, right? If they're using logic and not their feelings, you would think that you will have some sense and use your business savvy to say, you know what? Men support us. Especially if you're doing sex work, if you're doing OnlyFans. You would think you would put 2 and 2 and they should all come together, and the sisterhood should come together and be like, you know what? If we're going to do this sex work, let's talk good about the men. Let's say positive things, positive affirmations, and all this stuff that they be talking about. Let's make them feel good. That will make them more inclined to support us. No, but they get on a high and mighty horse and start thinking like, we done used these ninjas. We done made it to the top. We don't need y'all ninjas no more, child. We make 100,000. I made 100,000 last year. I made 200,000. These stupid ninjas, you can't approach me. You're not my type, or you're a dusty, because now you can get your nails longer and you can pile on more makeup and you can put on a long wig now, and now you can do a nice little bust down in the middle straight, and you can sit and put your 304 on tight dress on and say, who the hell y'all think y'all are, looking down on them like you so, because if you don't make 100,000 or more, you can't even sit in my circle. You can't even be around me because I'm worth more. And then when the men stop supporting, now y'all crying in y'all cars, breaking down, snot crying, boo-hooing, because you can't make that money that you once made. You can't make that 100,000 now. You can't. A lot of them, they say, can't even make 20,000 now. You can't make, because the men are not. All it takes is for men to say, withdraw those subscriptions and be like, nah, I don't need that, because we see enough on Instagram. We see a lot of asses and cheeks on Instagram. We don't really need to pay for it. Because everybody out here showing their buttocks and ass cheeks and everything else. So we don't need to pay for it. We can just go to Instagram. Child, Instagram is crazy, because on there, they're simulating porn. I'm sorry. They're simulating corn on there. So, and it's free. So why would you still pay for it? You can go and see that for free. So now that men are withdrawing, they're crying and boohoo, and now you're not on this. You can't sit. You think you're special because you're, a sex worker, and you're making all this money. Now you become entitled. Now you become like, oh my God, you're beneath me. Don't even talk to me. I spend more money on a shirt than you spend on your car. Stuff like that. I can't stand stuff like that. I don't like people like that, and I don't like that attitude. It's just, it ain't my cup of tea. But I know a lot of people like that, who they're too cool, they're too cool for school. They too cool. They too this, they too, everything is cost so much, and oh my God, and they just take on this attitude. And I'm like, and so you would think they would use their brains to understand that, hey, your number one supporters are men. So why bash them and why talk down to them? Because when they get tired of y'all doing that, they might just take your bread and butter away from you. I don't understand why they don't think. You're so smart till you're so dumb. You don't think logically. That's the part. You think with your feelings and what you think, and you think men are stupid. And they're supposed to sit there and just take, and now that they're not, now they're feeling the fire. Now y'all feeling the burn. Now you understand these men ain't, why men aren't the way they used to be? Why men ain't really menin? You know, that's what they'll say. Like, they not really, they sassy. They want to be treated and taken out. So what? What's wrong with taking a man out? Nothing wrong with that. Why? Why everybody? Why it gotta always be you? Why you can't do nothing in return? So they're mad now because these men are not simping. They're not sitting back, you know. And then every time they see one super simp come out and be like, "Man, you're supposed to what do you say? What they say? Spoil your, it ain't even your woman. And I can see if it's your woman, okay, you want to spoil her. That's your wife. That's a different. It don't even be your woman. Oh, you meet her on day one. Ask her how much it costs for her hair, her nails, and her this and her that. I'm like, are you know they're gonna inflate those prices? Hair is $500, you know, nails is $300. A wig is $500, you know, for the wig, for the nails, $300. Or my outfit like $1,000. Why? It look like the outfits be looking like, child, like it costs $5. Cause I mean, it'd be skimpy, all your butt cheeks out there. You don't even look like an outfit, so that can't cost much, but they'll say it. Oh, my outfit costs this, my shoes, my upkeep. Oh, so I'm gonna need like, you know, about 10 racks. Who dumb enough to do that for some random broad? This is why these women think men are dumb, because at some point dudes was doing that. They might still, I'm pretty sure there's still some doing it, because they thinking that, oh, this must be thinking this the only way they can get a woman or something. I don't know, because there are dudes out there who think that and do that, and then they get messed over. Which, as a woman, I know how women think. I know what these women say. Just like men have locker room talk, women have girl talk and what they say about these types of guys. Because you got to remember, they don't want you. They just want what you can provide. And if you're going to stand there in your mind, you thinking, ooh, she a bad one. Yeah, ooh, she bad. That girl don't want you. She wants your money. And if you stupid enough to sit there and give it to her, then what you think she going to do? She going to take advantage. These women literally say it. But this is why men are waking up, and when they're not trying to pursue these women, because they see what it is. And these women are mad. That's like, you take away your cash cow. Yeah, they're going to be mad. They're going to be real mad. Mad. Because now they can't use that as a resource. You got to go out and find it yourself. And this is where they're having a problem. This is where they're going to get these jobs, and they're crying on social media, talking about, I traveled for this job and none of you just fired me. Right. Now you understand what it's like to have to support yourself completely by yourself. Because a lot of these women don't worry about that, because they always have some man or several men in their corner standing there giving them money. And, you know, you could play innocent, and because, you know, men are weak to attractive women. So she can play that role and, well, I just need this paid. Can you help me? And this and that. And so men will do it. And as long as they have men who are willing, these are not your men. These are men you're talking to with the possibility of maybe building a relationship, but you never do, because they don't want you. They want Pookie. But Pookie ain't got no money. So they need to come to you to say, oh, you know, I need this and I need that. And this is why they have several men. This is why women have literally said, I have a man who paid my rent. I got a man who paid my car note, pay my insurance, a man who take me out on dates. They got a full 5 men to handle all their lifestyle, all their business and lifestyle. And what it is. And so this is why men are skeptical about dating in this climate, because it's a hot mess. And it's been a hot mess. It's just now men are privy to it, and they know how these women think. Because I said it before, a woman who's really trying to get to know you is not going to want you to pay everything. In fact, and this is the funny thing about it, they talk about women who have that life, women who have a man who actually pays the bills and they're married or they're in a relationship together. A lot of those women offer to help out. A lot of those women look at their man and they're like, well, you know, hey, can I do something to control? A lot of the women who have that are concerned about him doing it all. They know that it could take a toll on him, or they want to help out and contribute. That's the real gag about it. The genuine women want to contribute, even though most of the men will be like, no, I got it. But they know that she would contribute if she could. They want to contribute. But these women out here don't want to contribute anything. They just want to take, and don't want to give anything in a relationship. And that's not what a relationship is. And this is why they're finding themselves single and wondering why men are not approaching them or looking at them in any kind of way. Right? So yeah, it's just a hot mess, y'all. So yeah, and this clip with this lady who bought a house. So this man paid all the bills. She stacked her cash, went and bought a house, and then broke up with him. It was horrible. That was horrible. But that shows you the mentality, and she feels empowered to do that. And a bunch of women would be like, girl, yes, that's how you do it, with no regard to that man's feelings, with how hard he worked to support her. He paid everything, thinking he had a solid woman here. And she went off and saved her money, built her house, did what she needed to do, used him, basically. Used him to get what she wanted, and then dumped him like a hot potato. And this is how a lot of these women think. This is why I said they want a man who's going to elevate them. You only want a man to build you up, show you the business techniques, tell you all the business stuff, build you up, tell you how to get it on your own, not because they want to do it with you, because they want to leave you and then claim they did it all by themselves. Behind a lot of these women who claim that they're successful, there was some man who helped them start it. I bet you, I guarantee you. There was some man that they used for his finances in order for them to get to where they are. But they won't tell you that because they want to make it seem like, oh, I did it all by myself. Oh, I didn't, I built myself up, and I'd be damned if I let a man come in and do it. No, you used the man to get there, and now you're entitled and selfish, and now you want to act like you this made woman, and you're so great when you're horrible people for doing stuff like that. So don't ever, just remember, a lot of these women, they're not doing it by themselves. They're never doing it by themselves. You use men in any way you can to try to get to where you want. Use them to get to where you want, drop them like a hot potato, and still go sleep with Pookie and Ray Ray. That's just it. Bottom line. Let's move on. I have another clip for you guys. Hit the like button, you guys. Make sure y'all are hitting the like button. We got 202 people in here and 161 likes. Go ahead and hit the like. Hit the like button, y'all. Let's move on.
Do that.
Do what at?
You going to spend the night with your friend, but you got a man. You and your man, you got a man, but you going to spend the night with your friend? I don't think so. When you're in a relationship, you can't do shit like that.
Why can't you do stuff like that?
Why the hell do you want to go stay the night with your damn friend? And you got a damn man at home.
But maybe she think that's fine.
I would stay with my friends.
See?
Not if you're in a relationship.
No, I'm saying like having a girls' night or something like that. Like I would stay with my friends.
That's different.
No.
That's different. If it's a girls' night, and I can see that. I can see that. If y'all done plan something, you talk it up with your boyfriend, and he say, okay, yeah, I can see that.
So you gotta get permission from your boyfriend.
But just when you're in a relationship, you don't do shit like that, because that's gonna cause problems. Because the first thing he gonna think, you out there doing stuff. You must got somebody over there. Then you don't spend the night one time. You want to keep doing it? No.
Mom,
No.
No, I'm serious. That's not how you do it in a relationship.
oh my God.
Your flowers.
What do y'all think about what she had to say? Listen, I've come across several of these videos with this lady talking. So listen, what do you think about that? When you're in a relationship, is it okay to spend the night at if you got a girlfriend or woman or whatever, it's okay for her to spend the night at her girl's house? What do y'all think about that? What do you think about being in a relationship and spending the night at your girl's house? Is that acceptable? Let me know in the chat. Pharaoh says, I would have told her to go to the brothel flea market to sell her body and ask for money. Lord have mercy. Thank you, Pharaoh, for the super chat. I appreciate it. So there are a lot of women who think those types of things are okay. When they're in a relationship, you can sleep out or do what you want. Is that normal? Is that normal? Would you be okay with your girlfriend or your wife, whoever, going out and sleep at her girlfriend's house? Let me know. Queen of Vibe says D. She has her own fashion design gig and she was trying to give me some advice. Like her heart was in the right place. This is just not the right generation to blend in with regarding fashion sense. Okay. Hell to the no, ain't okay. She is gonna cheat on him. The weather girls, it's something men, I don't know what that means. Go stay the night, just don't come back. Okay, Hot Fam says that. Mama speaking facts. All these women lesbos, I know firsthand, child. Yeah, it would have been nice at honey. Okay. Hell no to the no, no, no. So if men tell their significant other, yeah, I am going to stay at my male friend's house, you see how that sounds. Jones Girls Night Over Egypt, do a poll on it, DeeDee. Pharaoh says they bumping and chewing like you said in other videos. Thank you, Pharaoh. Right. I forgot I said that. Oh Lord. Pharaoh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, they probably are. Hell. They probably are, Pharaoh. Shoot. Yup. See what I'm saying? Hell no. I am changing the locks as soon as she leaves. The emotions. Don't ask my neighbor. She'll ask if I'm gay if I do it. Right. Oh Lord. She trying to have a sneaky link or two or more. Right. Women think men are stupid rubbing carpets. Y'all crazy. Shit. Yeah, probably are. Hell. Kendra G got these women living in a dream world. You know, I don't think, honestly, I don't think Kendra G got them doing nothing. They already there. Bumping and chewing, carpet munching and baby and lady licking. Ew. They are. I know. I've been in the room. Wow. Okay. I'm not surprised. Probably wondering where all that static charge coming from. Just nasty work, child. No. Probably are. They've been doing stuff like that, but always ready to call a man, call him out or assume he's, doing something shady. And they be the ones, like I say, bumping and chewing and munching and whatever they're doing, rubbing carpets, like nasty as hell. Like just doing the most. Doing the most and blaming the men like they always do. Doing the most and blaming the men because it's acceptable for women to do whatever they want, and it's always the men are always the problem. That's how you know. They projection, yes. DeMarlo, yeah, again, projecting because they know what they do. I told you about those girl trips. They know what they do on them girl trips. So if you say, "Well, I'm going to hang out with the fellas," they know what they do on a girl trip. So dang, them ninjas probably doing it too. That's what they assume because they're guilty. Everybody ain't out here trying to do that. Everybody ain't trying to. I know there are a lot of freaks out here now, but that ain't everybody. Everybody ain't trying. And I'm like this. If you want to be a freak, have you a husband or have you a wife and y'all freak each other out. How about that? You ain't got to be a freak in the streets. I'm just saying, if you want to be a freak, get you a man that y'all could experiment and do whatever y'all want to do amongst y'all. And you don't got to be for the streets. These people are just thrown off. Why do you got to be for the streets and doing whatever with all these different people? Then you want somebody to settle down with you at some point? No. Instead of finding you a man, preferably a husband, and y'all could experiment amongst the two of you and then got to worry about nobody else. But they don't think like that. You got to be out here. You just like that. Jontel, what's going on? Thank you so much for the super chat. Says they got those double-sided toys and cotton candy. What double-sided toy? I think I know what you're talking about. I think double child, just too much. I ain't with it. Thank you for the super chat. It's just a hot mess. What grown woman over 30 years old with kids always at her friend's house overnight? Right. Red flag. Yeah, they bumping and chewing for sure. Yep. They in their 40s still talking about dating. Exactly. Child in their 60s. That 60-year-old still talking about I don't have a boyfriend. Boyfriend, child. You could be the boyfriend's grandmother, child. No. You still at 60 years old, still talking about, we're not settled and you want a boyfriend. What you want? You don't want a boy? Nah, you ain't got grandpa. You ain't had grandpa at this point, child. Let it go. They do what they see on TV like a damn child. Right. Staying with friends ends after high school. Exactly. Missouri has its good days and bad days. But it's fine in Missouri. Oh, okay. You talking to somebody else, child. Baby, it's just a hot mess. It's a hot mess. They say a lot of women women are experience arrested development where they don't really mature past a certain age, they say. Do y'all believe that? I mean, for some, I think it's true. For some, and then we talk about women when young women growing up and reaching puberty, they mature faster than men. Then what happens? Then it stalls out or something after that. Because sure, it really be given high school young and dumb all over again at 50 and 60. You know what I'm saying? A mess, a hot mess. But I agree with the lady. Yeah, that's not what you do in a relationship. There's no way you should be telling your man or your husband or whoever, oh, I'm going over to my girlfriend's house and we're gonna spend the night and we're gonna, and we just gonna, but listen, I will say, listen, if you've been married for years and years and years and your husband trusts the people you're hanging, I don't know, it ain't happening over here. I'm sorry. I just try to be open-minded to other people's situations and how others might live their lives or do stuff. Because I know everybody is not the same. See, but I know, so I'm just gonna have to be open-minded to this because I know here that ain't happening. First off, I don't have that many friends, and my husband knows that. So he knows if I up and say I'm going hang and spend a night, but he know that'd be a goddamn lie. So he know that ain't happening. So, but that's just our dynamic. But for a person who has friends like that, a lot of friends, and your husband are privy to those friends and know your friends well enough, like y'all spent years around each other and now y'all cool, then I could see that being okay. I could see the husband being okay with that because he knows you, he knows your friends, and he knows their husbands if they have husbands, and I could see where that might be okay if the husbands know each other and it's husbands. It's not just your girlfriends who are single. It's you, and their husbands are cool and you and their wives are cool and y'all having some type of sleepover somewhere where it's just the girls and the husbands are chilling or something and y'all know each other like for real. It has to be a solid connection and relationship that y'all have with each other and y'all know what it is. Maybe I could see that happening. But I still would be a little skeptical in my mind. But I think there's some people who could pull that off. But I don't know. I would personally still be skeptical because I'm not. That ain't the dynamics over here. But maybe there's some people who can pull that off, and it's not craziness. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, just being open-minded to other people's lifestyle, because it's just but it ain't something happening over here. But maybe somebody else they might could work that out, and if it works for them, I ain't got a problem. That's y'all business. That's y'all business. But it would have to be like the same people. Like I said, couples y'all knew for years, and sometimes these couples be swingers too. So, but if that's what they're doing and that's their lifestyle and their choice and they know about it and nobody's sneaking around, then I guess that would be okay. But just up randomly talking about, I'm gonna say, hell no. Hell to the no. Let's move on, y'all.
I am so tired of being an adult. When I say I don't want to pay another bill, because if it ain't the bills, it's people. If it ain't people, it's my car acting up. If it ain't my car, it's these niggas. Mommy, daddy, come get me. Come get me right now. I should have stayed in the child's place. As a matter of fact, for Thanksgiving, put me at the kids' table. I didn't know no better. Because whose idea was it to make vision insurance and dental insurance two separate types of insurances? Why, as a single woman with no children during tax time, y'all dog walk me every year? I don't get no tax credits. Why? The longer I sleep, the more tired I be. Lord, mama, please come get me, girl. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, girl. Please come pick me up. I wash the dishes. I take out the trash. Whatever y'all need me to do. Please.
Dang, did we just talk about Arrested Development? Didn't we just talk about that? Like, she seems real grown to me. This not a teenager. She talking about mom and dad to come get me. Like, what? Yeah, it's like they are. We just talked about that. It's so, yeah, a lot of women think like that. They're tired of responsibilities. This is why they're trying to force it on men to come in and pay all the bills because they don't want the responsibilities. But you don't want any responsibilities in any way. You just want to put it on a man. That's not it. That's not it. Jontel says spending the night is cool at 14. I guess if there's a big event with a lot of cooking, I could see it. But these chicks today are doing too much. They are. Thank you for the super chat, Jontel. I appreciate you. Yes, they are. They are doing way too much, and they want men to accept it. But I just think a lot of women share the same sentiment as this woman here. They're tired of paying. They're tired of being adults. They're tired of being responsible. They want to check out, and the only way they can see not being able to have to be responsible is having a man to come in and take care of them and be responsible for them like a child. Like a daddy, like a parent. A parent has to come in and pay all your bills and keep your upkeep like a parent. A parent, you have to take care of your kids, right? You gotta pay. You gotta make sure they got food or a roof. You gotta make sure they got clothes. You gotta take care of them. Their make sure they're mentally stable. You gotta watch them. You gotta pay for their medical expenses. You gotta buy them shoes. You gotta buy them drawers. You gotta do everything for your children. Make sure spend time with them. You gotta do everything for them. So it's like they want you to come in. They want men to come in and be their parents and pay everything. Give them you got to keep up your kids. Make sure they got everything they need. They want you to come in and keep them up and make sure they got everything they want and need. And, and that's just that. And keep doing it until, and that's just that. And like your kids, you take care of them and you don't expect anything from them because you're the parent that you brought them here. You're responsible for them. Yeah, a lot of these women are acting like children. It's a fact. Mr. Let Go has said that for a long time, and a lot of people give him flack for that. But there's some truth behind it. It really is. There really is. Farrell, thank you for the super chat again. Says she got lame assery. That's how you said. Oh, lame assery, stank assery, and bum assery. I need to make that to a shirt. Oh my God. Thank you for the super chat, Farrell. Listen, so y'all, I'm gonna get I need to get I'm going to get, let me rephrase that, some more t-shirts. Make sure you guys are supporting if you can with the t-shirts. But I'm gonna get some t-shirts that say no lies detected. And I want to also get the t-shirt that says I forgot. No lies detected. And also I'm gonna have some other shirts coming out soon. So make sure you guys support that if you can. Thank you once again for the super chat. And Ratchicity. I'm gonna get the shirt that says Ratchicity and also No Lies Detected. Are you guys gonna support and get one of those shirts, or should I not put them out? Let me know. Let me know right now. I want to know, because I'm gonna make those shirts. I've been wanting to make that for the longest. I just haven't had the time. Thank you once again, Farrell, for the super chat. I appreciate you. I'm gonna do the Ratchicity shirts. I want that shirt. Ratchicity. I gotta get it because I gotta wear it. And the No Lies Detected. So I'm gonna be creating those really soon, and then I'm gonna let y'all know when you can get one when they're ready. If you want to get one, but I'll let you know because I'm gonna be wearing the shirt. I have to get those two shirts. I have No Lies Detected. And the Ratchicity is the shirts that I will be getting. So make sure you guys support if you can. Let's move on. So last but not least, we got to always throw a Kendra G one in here, child. Cause we gotta thank you, C. Irving. I appreciate you. And DE, thank you. Link Johnson, thank you. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for that. So yeah, so I'm gonna be, and they're not expensive. I mean, they're not. I mean, everything is expensive these days, but $20 or $30, that's not expensive, in my opinion. I hope I'm not. I try to make them cheap, get them cheaper than that. But yeah, I gotta make those too. I've been wanting to make these shirts for months and just haven't had a chance to do it. But I definitely will be having them really, really soon. So make sure you guys support. I actually bought one of Crim Secure shirts, her big back shirt. I don't know where my shirt at though. I've been wanting to wear it for the longest. I gotta find it. I bought Kendra's big back shirt. I thought that was so funny, and I thought that was a good one too, because there are a lot of big backs walking around here, child. And so I was like, that big back shirt was everything. So I bought that one. I gotta find it so that I can wear it. But yeah, I think that one was cute. That one was cute. You need a shirt that says what? Big back sick park. Oh, like Jurassic wait. Big back sick park. That's kind of funny. Oh my God, Lord. Are you serious? Y'all be tripping. No. Big back, wait. Big back sick park. I might think about that one. That's crazy as shit. But see, I'm not gonna be. Listen, I will be real with y'all. I'm not making all them shirts because y'all know it costs money to make it. Y'all not gonna buy it. I'm not making it. And it's cool. I'm not making all them shirts if y'all not trying to get one. So if y'all gonna support, let me know. But I think that one is funny. Wait, and how you big backs and oh my God. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. That's crazy. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna be working on that. But thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. So let's move on. I got one more clip, y'all. Now this comes from the Kendra G, of course. So we're gonna get into it. Here we go. Hit the like button. Okay, good. Thank y'all. We up with the likes. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you. Here we go.
Yes.
Hi. How do you pronounce your name?
Olu. OLU.
Olu, where you calling me from, baby?
Frankfort, Illinois.
Frankfort, Illinois.
Did I cover her already? I don't know. I feel like I've seen her before. I don't know. Do you remember? I don't know if I covered it, but well. Pharaoh says, dude, big back all over the floor. Big back, give me some OT. Wait. Big back all over the floor. Big back, give me some more. Wait a minute. Oh, that's funny as hell. Lord have mercy. Thank you for the super chat. I don't want to do too many big bags because Kendra has hers, and I like that she's doing the big bag t-shirt, y'all. C. Irvin says we need some Kevin Samuels clips, DeeDee. Okay, I got you. For the lives, C. Irvin, you talking about for the lives? Y'all want Kevin Samuels clips in these lives? Let me know. Are you talking about for the live streams? Because I could definitely do that. I haven't covered any Kevin Samuels clips in a while. So that would be a treat. And that would be because that's how I started all of this. So, and rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. That's how I started all of this pretty much. And I just haven't been, grabbing any of his clips because I did a lot of them. But if y'all want to see that, I can definitely do that. So, yes. Okay, cool. I definitely will. Thank you for that, C. Irving. Appreciate you. Let me make a note of that. I will definitely do that. Is everybody on board with Kevin Samuels clips? and we can kind of go through them. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all want to see more Kevin Samuels. And if I do, that means I can do more lives and we can cover more of his clips. That would be great. I enjoyed those videos. I just thought people were like over it, you know what I mean? Because, but he has some of the best. He has some of the best. Those videos were the best in my opinion. Everybody else now is kind of copying it, but he had the best. So okay, cool. So I would definitely go into the archive and I will go and pull out some and we can definitely like pick those apart. That would be great. Okay, cool. So we definitely will do that. Thank y'all for the idea because I was not even thinking of that. Thinking of that. So, and have I ever covered? I don't think I've covered too many of his clips live. I did reactions to them in video form, but I didn't cover a lot of them live. So, Kevin Samuels is like Michael Jordan, just can't get enough. Gotcha. Okay. Kendra G find women under rocks. His channel still get views. People aren't over it at all. He needs to be covered more. Okay, I gotcha. All right, so we'll do, you guys. I will do that. Thank y'all so much. Let's get back into the clip. Here we go.
Okay, how old are you?
I just moved here last month from New Jersey.
Okay. How old are you, baby?
37.
37. What you do for a living?
I'm into IT, cybersecurity.
IT, cybersecurity. So we got Olu. Frankfurt, Illinois. Where are you from?
Nigeria originally.
Okay, Nigeria. And then 37. Do you believe in zodiac signs?
I didn't catch that.
Do you believe in zodiac signs?
I'm Libra.
Libra, okay. Do you have any kids?
Yes, one.
How old is your child?
14 months.
14 months? Why are you not with the father?
Because she's an IVF baby.
Oh, it's an IVF baby. Okay.
Girl.
Okay, so you would want a man, obviously, to welcome your child. Okay. So we got am I saying it right? Olu.
Now, see, this is my issue with that. So she had a baby via IVF, right? So that meant that she didn't want to wait to get a man to have the child. She just wanted a child. Same thing with what's her name? Ebony K. Williams. So once you get to a certain age or whatever, and either you have a difficult time having a baby or you don't have a man. So instead of trying to get a man and then have a child with a man or, whatever, they go off and they get these babies by themselves. And the idea is, oh, I don't need a man. I can go and get a baby by myself. But then after you had a baby, then like you have this epiphany or you realize that, oh, now I need a man. And now you've created yourself, you've made yourself a single mother. You've made yourself a statistic. So now you are a single mother, but now you want a man. You get the baby and go through that extreme. IVF is not cheap. It's not cheap. So you pay all that money, you go through all of that, get a baby on your own, and then all of a sudden you want a man. I don't understand that. I don't understand. Why not try to get a man, focus on that and prioritize that? And then that way you can have a baby with the man and you guys raise the child together as opposed to getting a baby and then go try to find a man who will want to take on you and your IVF baby. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. It does not. It does not. Let's continue.
Frankfurt, Illinois, 37 Libra. She's in IT cybersecurity. One child that's 14 months, which is an IVF baby. So did you have a sperm donor?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So are you looking for a man in particular to be a father to your child?
No.
Okay. All right, let's get into it. What kind of man are you looking for, girl?
Someone reasonable, someone resourceful, someone intelligent. I like to have great conversations, someone that can travel anytime. And someone responsible.
Someone responsible. Okay, what are your deal breakers?
Domestic violence, liars, cheaters, someone that is hard-headed.
Someone that what?
That is hard-headed, doesn't listen.
Someone is hard-headed. Got you, hard-headed. Okay. Should he look?
Now, who brings up hard headed? I don't think I've ever heard somebody bring up a deal breaker as a man being hard headed. That's probably that's a deflection, or you know, it's one of those things. She must be hard headed, because who thinks of, oh, I don't want a man that's hard headed, like hard headed. Who do you like? Who calls a man hard headed? Like I haven't heard that. The only time I've heard somebody being called hard headed was a child. Like you hear that from your mother or your fathers. Am I tripping? Why would a grown man be hard headed? How? Like because he don't want to do what you want him to do. That's when somebody says hard headed. That means you're trying to tell them something you want them to do and they don't want to listen. So if it's a grown man, he doesn't have to listen to you. You know, I don't think I've ever heard a grown woman call a man, like, say that as a deal breaker. I don't want a hard-headed man. That means you don't want a man who's going to listen to you. You want a man who's going to listen to what you say and not do what he wants to do. That's how I get that. Let's continue.
Sorry, why?
Taller than me. I'm 5'7", so taller than me. That's about it, you know.
Okay.
At least, you know.
What about money? Should he make a certain amount of money?
Over 100K.
Over 100K.
Lord,
Child, you make 100K, I'm assuming.
Girl,
Yes.
no, she don't. They be lying. They be lying. But maybe she do. I don't know, because that IVF is expensive. So you know, unless she put it on credit. James Isaac's son 1 says she's projected, DeeDee. I'm pretty sure she is. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, James. Child, they always be lying and just lying a lot of times, you know, and people can see right through the lies, but you know, whatever. Maybe she, you know, she does make a lot of money. I'm like, what? This is insane. Let's continue.
So if he made 75,000, don't reach out to you?
Over 100K.
What? Child, let me tell you, I think that's, well, no, not every woman, because we just had a girl who said 60K, but that has been a strong theme tonight. These women are not wavering. 100K, period.
And yes, the other lady that was on the phone, that was online just now, she said her name is Lola. My name is Lola on the app, so I'm the Lola that took the Lola.
No, there's a couple of Lolas. There's more than one of y'all.
No, the Lola, there's just Lola.
Right, but what I'm saying is you're not the only Lola on the app.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, 100K. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Oh. In my nightwear, so I look horrible. Oh, shit.
We gotta see your legs.
Girl.
Can you see?
Yes, I can see. Okay. So we got, so how I pronounce it again?
Olu.
Olu.
Oh, you can just call me Lola.
Okay, so we call you Lola now?
Yes.
Lola, when was your last relationship?
That was like 4 years ago.
4 years ago. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
A couple of years ago.
Oh, are you not having sex into marriage or a relationship?
No.
Look, and let me ask this question. Do y'all think this is a reasonable question? But let me know. But listen, I would say this first. If I was single looking for a man and I'm serious about it, and if I did go on an app, let me tell you something. Every evening that Kendra's or whoever it is doing the show and I want to go, baby, let me tell you something. I will be on there looking my best. I don't care if it's 10 o'clock at night, right? If I was going to go on the show, even if I'm normally asleep at that time, but I decide to go on the show, right? Baby, I would have hair did, makeup done. I would be dressed up. I would be looking like I want to look. I would be looking good, because whatever potential man that might be watching that or might be, interested or who's going to see that, I would make sure that I'm looking my best. I would even if it's 9, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, every time I would click the button to go on these shows, you best believe I would be looking like I want to look. I would be done up, because if you want somebody to take you seriously, you have to present yourself in the best way possible. How you gonna come on these apps or these shows or whatever in your night clothes, your hair busted, you're just not looking dry faced, like you don't have no type of and it's not about makeup and all of that, because even if you don't wear makeup, but you presentable and you look cute and why not? You're supposed to put your best foot forward, right? Why not do they don't even want to take the time to come on these apps looking put together. So why would anybody take you seriously in a relationship? You might go out to dinner looking like that. I'm just saying, like, why not put your best foot forward, put your best look together, look like, a woman who's looking for a man. Because if y'all go out on these dates and stuff, y'all always talking about all the effort and the time that it takes to put in your look for the date. So why not come on looking good? Like, hold on, I want to really attract me a certain type of man. You might find somebody, but just night clothes, just looking dry face and just not really together, it's a no. I'm just saying, no shade to this lady or nothing like that. I'm just saying, for a lot of people that come on these shows, wouldn't you want to look your best? Wouldn't you want to put yourself together so that you can get the best possible outcome? That's just my thoughts on it. That's my thoughts. Let's continue.
I just haven't found someone worth my while.
Oh, you haven't found someone worth your while?
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this. If you don't meet the man, if the man that you desire doesn't try to pursue you, are you okay with having no man?
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
So how long has it been since you've been intimate?
Like 2 years.
2 years. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So your criteria is, again, did you have a tall criteria?
I just said he has to be taller than me and handsome.
Tall, handsome, and 100K, no negotiation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
I play a lot. I goof around. I'm never serious.
Are you being serious with me?
I think so. I'm trying to be.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm never serious. I'm impatient, and a lot of people see it as a bad thing, but I'm an adrenaline junkie. I ride motorcycles, so I think I need to start taking life a little bit more seriously.
Well, I think it's good to have fun in life.
Yes, that's what I say.
Let's see. Okay, we have some paid questions. Do you want them?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't pronounce his name. Ignacio said 100K before or after taxes, and you need a new dresser.
I just told you I moved here a month ago. This is not even my place.
Oh, it's not your place?
No.
She said she just moved there.
Uncle, my family.
Oh, your family. Got you.
Until I get my own place.
Until you get your own place. Got you.
Yeah, so my place, this is like kind of scattered.
It's kind of what?
Scattered.
Scattered.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we got Ola.
Olu.
Baby, you know what? The Kendra cousins, they don't miss a beat. They don't miss anything. So people be paying attention to your background and your surrounding, But once again, and I don't know this lady, so I'm not gonna put too much on it, but a lot of these people on here, they be lying. They don't be making all that money and things of that nature. They really don't. And they're just trying to luck up on somebody to get some money off or whatever. But I'm like, it still goes back to what I said earlier. If you're looking for a man who makes good money, present yourself like you about it. Like, why y'all baby, I'm telling you, let me tell you something. I love, and make sure and when you know you want to find a decent man or good man or whatever your preferences are, you need to make sure you show the people out there. There's a lot of people watching these videos. You never know who might be watching to be like, "Ooh, she fine," or "She cute," or "She look good," or "She's right up my alley." Like, what if you come on here looking? These videos get played over and over and over and over again all over social media. So lots of people get to see this, and everybody looking at you, and they're like, "Oh, they'll just pass you up just by looking at you." Like, they won't even listen to what you're saying. They just look at you and be like, "Ah, that ain't my type. That ain't my type." Mm-mm. You want to at least present yourself or make a person stop to say, "Wait, hold up. Shit, who that is? All right. Shit, what's her IG? I want to talk to her." You know, you gotta give them something to want. You just can't sit there and just be, once again, dry-faced and looking confused. Be ready. Be ready and ready to answer and stay, put yourself out there. Like, you just can't sit like they just bonnets and all this kind of stuff. You do this, it shows you the level of how these, you know, the lack thereof of these women trying to really put their best foot forward to get what it is that they want. Or they just sit back here with sleeve shirts and baggy pants. Nah, baby, I'll put whatever, nice dress, or I would like do it up to make sure I'm gonna get somebody who gonna be trying to holler at me. Like, why are you sitting there like y'all want it? And then y'all have all these expectations for the men. Gotta make over 6 figures and tall and handsome. Then look at you. You think a tall, handsome man who makes 6 figures gonna be looking at you and be like, "Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna go for her." Yeah, you're not even in the competition, baby. You don't even be in the competition. You're on the sidelines looking for the most. Like, nah, get in the game. You're not even in the game. Like, what man? I'm just saying, you gotta put your best foot forward. Let these people see, hey, you got something going on, you know, the way you look and whatever else you bring to the table. Like, come on now. And then they wonder why they be single. Like, no, baby, no.
Lola, you said I call you Lola. Okay, and you gave me your 3 flaws, right?
I didn't catch that. Yes, I did.
Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I'm intelligent. I am very smart. I can hold a great conversation. I'm beautiful, you know, and I cook, I clean, I pay my own bills. I'm everything. I'm the table.
Okay. Could the guy have kids already?
Yes.
Do you want more children?
Yes, I do.
You do. All right. And you said you are on the app. So what's your name on the app? It's Lola?
Lola, yeah, 37.
There's a couple of Lolas though. Let me see if I find you.
I'm wearing a blue dress.
A blue dress. Okay. I don't know if this is you. Is this you? No. Because that's
the next.
blue. Oh, I think this is the one. No. Yeah. This is the one, right?
Yes.
Here she is.
Yes,
This
yes,
is
yes.
Lola. Okay, let me show. Oh,
well, she looked different on there.
Yes.
Here she is. This is Lola.
Why she come on looking like
This
that?
is the
At
first
me?
picture you're gonna see though. It's a blue dress.
Okay.
All right. Lola's right here. Lola
Wow, she got a
is in
wig
New
on.
Jersey. It says New Jersey, but you moved, correct?
Yes, I just moved, so I haven't updated it yet.
Okay, so she's. Oh, you was married. I missed that part.
Yes.
Oh, when did you get divorced?
Last year.
Oh, she was
Last
married.
year. Last year.
About 14 months ago.
Oh, did you have your baby with your ex-husband?
Nope.
So you had it right after you got divorced?
The divorce went through the day before I had my baby.
Oh, you were already in the motion.
Yes.
So how long was you? So were you guys gonna raise the child together?
No. We've been separated for about 4 years.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm trying to understand. Okay. Do you want more paid questions?
Yes, we want to hear the paid
shoot.
questions.
All right.
Girl, how you wait a minute? So
FI said, let's review. A Nigerian woman who says she's in cybersecurity, harmless enough, also haven't had sex in a couple of years. She may also be a Nigerian princess, but the tragedy is the outfit.
Yeah, because I'm in my nightwear.
Yeah, but girl, the outfit is a tragedy.
I'm about to sleep.
Yeah, it's a tragedy.
Okay.
That's for some
All right,
girl.
me,
yeah, I wouldn't have came on there with that.
All right, Lola, let's do it. Okay, she's on the Kendra G Singles dating app. Lola, she has on a blue dress, and you keep me posted how it goes.
Yeah, we'll do. Thank
All
you.
right, bye,
Have a
baby.
good night.
Kendra G Singles, the dating app is available now.
Girl, shout out to Lolu. Hopefully she can find what she's looking for. I didn't know, she had a husband, so she divorced, had a baby when they got divorced. Well, that sounds a little sketchy. I don't know. So she said her and her husband were they were separated for 4 years. So but that's why she didn't bring up the marriage. So they weren't together, but she had a baby for somebody else. They didn't get married or whatever. Something sounds weird about it. But that's neat, whatever. A lot of these stories sound sketchy to me. But yeah, I agree with the person who said that outfit was a no child. It was a straight no. You about to go to sleep, but you called and try to meet somebody. Like, I don't think they take it real serious. And like I said, one person will look at her and be like, on to the next. Like somebody said, swipe left, they would swipe. They wouldn't even give her a chance, So my advice to any woman going on a dating show or anywhere where you're trying to meet people, please go presentable. Like, because you never know who you might be, a good person and all of that, but you still have to present yourself a certain way. You still have to, want to make yourself look nice, just like you. And a lot of times women try to say, oh, these men want us to look a certain. No, you should want yourself to look a certain way. Especially if you're trying to look for a man, you should want to present yourself a certain way yourself. It's not about anybody else. It's about you, your reputation, how you present yourself, how you feel and look. It's like I wouldn't go outside with a bonnet on. I wouldn't even come on here because on here, this is social media. This is like life. There's so many people watching this. I wouldn't come on here with a bonnet on, or a head scarf tied up looking like a hood rat. I wouldn't do that. Like, you know what I mean? So it's the way you present yourself. You have to present yourself in a way that is hopefully attractive to the type of person that you say you want. You just got to think about what it is that you want. Any man that is looking for a woman, I don't care how much money you make. See, everybody like to put it on the money. A man who makes $1 million, 20 million, 100,000, 80,000, 40,000, whatever it is you make. If he's looking for a woman, he still wants a woman that looks presentable. Just like women who make 20,000 because they out there or less, they want a man. They the most superficial. They the most unrealistic. They want men who make 100,000 and more, and they be making barely 20,000. They want an attractive man. They want tall, all the money, fine, six-pack abs. They want it all. So why is it they don't have nothing to do with the money? It's about a person who wants somebody who knows how to present themselves and looks decent. You ain't got to be the most attractive, but at least try to doll yourself up, make yourself look nice before you go on these shows. You would think that would be a no-brainer, but people don't be caring. They don't be caring. Because once again, it's that mindset, take me as I am, but I want all the expectations from you. Don't bring me no short man. Don't bring me no man who makes this amount of money. He need to be this. He need to be light skinned. He need to be dark skinned. He need to have his toes done. I mean, they might want that. He got to be clean. He got to look this. I got to feel him, and then you could just throw on a bonnet and just do whatever. Like, no. And that part gets me all the time. I just think that how you about to go to sleep, but you couldn't take a few minutes and get yourself together because you going on this show to try to meet somebody. Give yourself the best opportunity that you can. James Isaacson 1 says she shouldn't have had that IVF baby. Thank you for the thank you for the super chat, James. I appreciate it. We don't know why that's so funny. Well, she wanted a child, James. She had to do what she had to do. Oh yeah, I forgot. Because I was saying the lady probably cheated. Let me tell you something. I be forgetting what these people be saying. Lord. Okay, no. So she didn't cheat. She went and got the baby. So yeah, I agree. Maybe that was a mistake. maybe that was a mistake. I'm just saying. But you know, it's certainly not gonna make her dating life much easier. It's gonna make it harder. It's gonna make it harder. But you know, you can't tell these women nothing sometimes. People don't listen. People gonna do what they want to do. And it don't matter what we say, it don't matter what nobody say, people gonna do what they want to do. But it don't mean that I can't have an opinion on it. So all of this is just my opinion. You know, you don't have to agree, you don't have to like it, it's fine. It's my opinion. And you know, listen, seems like a lot of our opinions are accurate though, because we're seeing it all unfold. We're seeing our opinions come to the light. Because a lot of these people are complaining about their own choices. You know, it's funny to me how people make choices. You do what you want to do, but then when you don't get the outcome that you want, now you're trying to blame somebody. You're trying to find somebody to blame, and it's this one fault and that one fault, and why they don't want to do this and why that. No, you gotta take that L. If you make the choice and you made it yourself, there's nobody to blame but you. That's it. There's no man to blame, no woman to blame, yourself. You made that choice. You know, and I always say this about, you know, Tia Mowry, which is funny because, you know, I was a fan of Tia, but after all of this, she just rubs me the wrong way. And, you know, her show and everything that she's talking about, it just sounds ridiculous and redundant because she's like, she crying and talking about she want love and all this, as if her husband, you know, left her and went to get the milk and never came back. She really crying and sobbing and upset and depressed, like he went to go to the store and get the milk and never came back. I'm so serious. She act like he up and just left her for no apparent reason, like he did her dirty. But she's the one who filed for divorce and left her husband and broke up her home, and now she's crying, talking about she want love. But didn't you have it? And you didn't want, and love means, you know, you got to go through the good and the bad. You work through the things. It's not just all the things that serves you and works for you. You got to understand what a marriage and a relationship is about. That is ups and downs. You go through things, you get through them. Any relationship that you in is going to have that. So you're going to find yourself jumping up and running from every man you meet or every relationship you get in every time it doesn't serve you. She said, how can I be forced to stay? I'm not going to be forced to stay in a marriage that doesn't serve me anymore. That means you got tired of the marriage and you wanted something more. And now that you're not getting more, you're confused and depressed and wondering if you made a mistake. That's the nature of a lot of women. They think that there's something better. That elevator scenario showed that the women would go all the way to the top. They will find good things all in between, but there wasn't enough. And you get to the top and there's nothing at the top. You get nothing. That's kind of how it happens. You think that you can get, you find a man that has great qualities and things that you want, but what if I could find better? Go to the next level. He got all, but what if I could find better? And that's the mentality that could always, I don't want to just settle, right? And then what you end up doing is settling for what? Nothing. Because at the top, there's nothing. There's a reason they say it's lonely at the top, because you get to that level, you think you're going to be so happy. Just like people think, if I have a certain amount of money, I'm just going to be so happy and so this, so that. And then when they finally get the money, you got all kind of turmoil and you're depressed and you got all other kind of things that you got to worry about. And you're stressed out, losing sleep, losing your hair, just world turned upside down. And I'm not saying that everybody with money is depressed. No, I'm not saying that. But there are a lot of people who think that money is the problem, the end all be all to their problems. And I'm here to tell you, it is not. It is not. And some would say more money, more problems. So money is great, and we need it if you want to live a decent life or a great life. You need money to survive and live good. By all means, I'm for it. But at the same time, it is not the end all be all to a relationship or happiness or any of it. There's too many examples to show people are unaliving themselves with all the money, but they have they're missing other key elements to happiness in their lives. So I always say to people who don't have any money think that money is the key and the key to happiness. But when you have money, you realize that's not it. You can live a good life, but it's not the key to your happiness. There's so many other things that bring you happiness and joy, and it has nothing to do with money. And that's just my thoughts on it. And it's like getting things. People think things make them happy. Yeah, it temporarily. Yeah, you can buy a lot of stuff. Yeah, it is temporarily makes you happy, but it's only temporary. And then you just keep doing those things and buying things to fulfill a void that is missing, that you don't have. And eventually it just runs you into debt. And then you're still unhappy because you're not happy at your core. You don't have the things that will really make you happy. So you kind of feel that with the things, the money, things, people, or whatever it is. Some people choose drugs. People choose, buying things. People choose alcohol. There's different coping mechanisms that people choose to make them feel fulfilled when they're really not. So, that's what the key to me is to find the things that make you happy for real. Not the things that temporarily give you that fix and then you're back to depression mode, but something that will really fulfill your life and really have meaning, and something of substance that really will give you fulfill your life and your happiness. And so that's what I think a lot of people are struggling with, and it's hard for them to find. And so this is why people focus on money, in my opinion. They focus on money and things because that temporarily makes you feel good, and trips. And then all these women want to take all these trips and things like that. That's a void they're trying to fill. But you don't need to take all these damn trips. What is these? You're just going to another place to just be the same person that you are. It's not bettering you or making you learn better or do better. You're just doing that as a means to feel good about yourself temporarily. And I find that when people can't keep still, you can't be at peace just being in your home, just chilling. You can't be at peace just not doing anything. You always got to be here, be there, doing this, doing that. To me, people that I see tend to do that. They're not really happy with themselves. They're trying to fill that void. You're trying to keep busy and keep yourself going so that you don't focus on the state of your mentality or where you really are mentally. You just kind of like, because when you're left sitting in a quiet place with nothing to do, then everything just, you're thinking, and everything that you're going through or dealing with is right there. And you can't avoid it. But if you occupy your time all the time, constantly going on these girl trips, constantly going out, constantly doing this, it kind of keep your mind away from what's really going on with you. You know what I'm saying? And so, and it's like, it's almost like therapy. Like I got to keep doing something because if I don't, I'm going to lose it, So some people use those things for that. And I think, it's temporary. It's a temporary fix. It's not very helpful in my opinion. And I think people like that need therapy, or you need to talk to somebody, or, figure out what you need to do and how to get yourself to a better mental state. That's just how I see that. And I think there are a lot of women out there and people in general who are dealing and trying to cope with whatever is going on in their lives, and they're doing whatever they can to try to keep themselves sane. So I would say to anybody who's going through, whether it's a male or a woman or a man, look, figure out what it is that's important to you and what it is that you want to do. Talk to somebody, get some therapy, get some help. Sometimes having a conversation with a person can definitely help you to kind of sort through some things. Having somebody to talk to who can, give you a little bit of advice, or, something to kind of like get you in a right state is always a good thing, in my opinion. That's what I'm saying. So that's my thoughts on it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up, y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here once again. I appreciate y'all so much. I will be back really, really soon. And we definitely gonna go through some of Kevin Samuel's clips. I think that would be fun. Thank y'all so much for that advice. Hit the like button on your way out if you haven't already, you guys. Make sure you are supporting the channel by liking and sharing the videos if you can. And also just watching the content already posted on the channel, y'all. Let's get the numbers up on the videos that are on the channel already. That would definitely help your girl out. Also share, like the video, and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. So make sure you're doing that. That definitely helps me a whole lot. And yeah, if you're in the building and you haven't subscribed to the channel and you like the content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is free to subscribe. Shout out to everybody who gave super chats and cash apps. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for the support. Definitely continue to help a sister out by watching these videos and supporting any way you can. So thank y'all once again. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all be safe out here in these streets, and I will be back really soon. So have that notification bell turned on so you don't miss an upload. I usually post Tuesdays and Fridays for the most part, 1:15 p.m. Central Standard Time, but I definitely will be doing more lives, more consistent lives. I just had to take a little break for a second, y'all, because Lord, child, your girl be worn out. But I love being here with you guys. So make sure you continue to watch the videos, hit the like button on those, and continue to support in that way. So I'm out of here. Thank y'all once again for being here. I appreciate y'all so much. I'll see you really soon. Y'all take care. Mwah. Till next time. Bye.